my name is Deja Lucero, and to start off, I would just like to say how difficult it actually was to have to think of something that represents me. I was actually very surprised how difficult this was, but at the same time, I can understand as my personality is very big, and I feel that there's a lot going on with me, so it was very hard to have to put that all into one singular item, place, person, thing. However, after a lot of deep thought, I have come down to picking a very special item to me, and it is this right here. Now, this is Lammy the Lamb, and I chose it for multiple reasons. One, because I do feel like I share characteristics with a lamb, and two, because she's a very special item to me. She holds a very special place in my heart and my life. And we'll, of course, get into that more as the speech goes on. However, I would just like to share some background story. So I've had Lammy the Lamb since birth. She was actually a gift to me straight from the delivery room from my nana. And funny story, she actually used to be this really pretty light pink, which she's clearly not anymore, with this cute little button nose and matching pink thread going down her face right here. But clearly over the years she's seen a lot. She's gone through a lot. So we'll just put her back. But the reason that I chose the lamb is because I feel like I have multiple characteristics that reflect a lamb. I also would just like to say, like, I'm not from El Paso, Texas. I'm actually from Fort Sumner, New Mexico, and there a lot of friends and family have sheep and lambs. So I do have a very personal experience with these animals. So to carry on, to first start, I would say that I'm like a lamb because one, because I'm pale and I almost feel like I'm the same color. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, it makes sense. Also because they're really cute and innocent, and almost I feel a very feminine and girly animal. I don't know if that's for everyone in this case, but for me, that's how I view them. And being feminine and girly is definitely something that I have recently more blossomed into more, and it's something that I'm really enjoying. How I'm also like a lamb is that the whole innocence. When I say innocent, yes, of course, I am 18. I have gone through a lot of life trials and ups and downs. I mean, everyone has. But innocence wise, I mean, I kind of live in my own fairy tale land sometimes, or at least that's what my parents and friends tell me. Um, I honestly do that because I feel like it's the safest mindset for me for to make sure like I don't freak out too much. I kind of have not anxiety, but I can get it if I think too deep into things. And I kind of try to live in a very much like la 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 life, if that makes sense. Um, but I don't know, just a lamb. Just genuinely feel like I can also spiritually connect with the lamb. I am a very spiritual and religious person, and lambs to me are very, I don't know, I think Easter, I think um Christ, and also because here on her foot, where is it? She has Jesus fills me with joy. So that's another thing that bounces back. Now onto the more, I would say, special side of her. Of course I did get her when I was first born, so she's been with me through my entire life. She's seen my ups and downs. She's been there when I've always needed her. And honestly, like I said, it was really difficult for me to pick something. But then I remembered this last New Year's. Um, One of my resolutions was really to reflect on what I'm doing with my life, how I've gotten to this point, and it kind of made me remember Lemmy. Um, the reason that it really made me remember her is because, like, again, she's been there with me through everything. I really do look at her and see how I've grown and matured over the years. Of course, maybe not have matured as much as I wanted to, as I still have to sleep with her at night, but that's because I view her as a safety blanket. I mean, I know it's just a stuffed animal, but she really has been there when I needed her. And I know she can't talk back, again, she's a stuffed animal, but it's like she's just always been there. Now, the reason that this is so important to me is because I actually really like who I have become. there was a point in time where I didn't like who I was so much, but going through things and growing up, I feel became the better person that I've always wanted to be. And again, Lamy was there through it all. She saw everything. And I feel that having reflections on one's life, I mean, such as myself, can only help to show someone that the things they should or shouldn't be doing in order to continue to be their very best selves. So for me, when I look at Lamy, I don't just see a lamb or a stuffed animal that's old and grungy, but in my eyes, she looks like the very best version of me and myself, and that's really something I love. Now, circling back to the characteristics of an actual lamb, again, I feel like they're very, I don't know if anyone has ever seen a lamb in person, but they're very, they're not like sheep where they're fluffy and you can take the hair off, as they do have fur, but it's more of this soft, kind of almost matted fur. And to me, when I would see my uncle shave them for the winter, it really showed me like they looked kind of ugly on the outside because of all the hay and the dirt getting in their hair and everything. But once they were shaved, they looked clean and it was like a new slate. And to me, that's really what I feel my life revolves around. I don't expect myself to always be perfect. I know I will always make mistakes, things will always happen, but at the end of the day, I can always shave off that dirty old fur and show my clean coat and let that grow and become new. So I don't really know if that made much sense, but this is Lamy, and I really do feel that I connect with her not only, you know, because she's my favorite stuffed animal or anything, but also just because she is a lamb. And I feel like lambs are very curious, and also they kind of just keep to themselves, if that makes sense. They're curious, but they keep to themselves, and that's really what I do. I'm a very social person, and I love to go out. I love to talk to people. I love to meet new people, but I also don't mind just staying in my room watching some Netflix and eating some popcorn. But yes, that is all I have to say for today, and thank you so much.